Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Hal.
And we're here today representing the Arkessa Solutions team, and we're going to talk about the hot topics and most common questions we get asked by our customers. I think we can start, probably the best place to start is with 5G.
Yep, that's right.
Everyone's excited by the launch, and it'd be really good for our customers to understand what features and benefits it's going to provide.
So I'm sure you guys have all heard about 5G. There's a lot of coverage in the news these days, and the mobile networks are starting to roll out 5G. 5G definitely brings a lot of new features to the table, especially with its ultra reliable, low latency communications. So it's going to allow for a lot of new use cases, probably which we haven't even thought about yet. Things such as connected cars, for example.
So our customers are obviously really excited about the launch of 5G, and it will be fantastic and open up those applications that can't be deployed at the moment. But the two other subjects that our customers are really keen to understand is the low-powered wide area technologies, and for cellular that's NB-IoT and Cat M1. And they're always asking what the features and benefits, what's the differences between the two, and when's it going to be available.
If we start with sort of the common features, I mean, both are, as you said, low power, wide area technologies. So it's going to allow for longer battery life in the devices, which just opens up a lot of new use cases for our customers. Previously, which they haven't been able to do, either because it's not technically feasible or because it's cost prohibitive. Both technologies are based on LTE, but they are different with different qualities and different features. So it allows the customer to choose the technology which is most suitable for their use case. So if we start and have a look at Cat M1, for example, it gives low to medium throughput with low latency, connected mobility. So it's very useful for things such as asset tracking or anything else which requires sort of near real-time communication and feedback.
Yeah. What about NB1?
Well, if we move on to NB1, for example, its feature set has been deliberately reduced, which reduces the power consumption even more. So it allows for even longer battery life. So you can measure that in years, for example. To achieve this lower power consumption and longer battery life, some of the features have been removed, such as the connected mobility. So the devices basically have to be static. There's also no voice capability as well, because the throughput is much lower, so it's not able to support this.
So it sounds like it's best suited to static applications such as metering, particularly maybe water meters where they can't have mains power and they can have a long battery life.
Or because they're going to be in the ground for years, aren't they?
For years and years. Same for gas meters. And then also building automation because of the greater penetration that the technology provides.
So you can see then why our customers are asking us about these two technologies. But are they actually available, Chris?
So the answer is yes and no. It is available but in some countries and networks. The rollouts are more advanced by some countries and networks compared to others. But what we can confirm is that we have, and with our partners, successfully tested both NB1 and Cat M1 on our portals. So we're more than happy to support trials. And if there's customers that are listening to this who would like some advice on how NB1 or Cat M1 works, or how they might want to develop a POC, we're more than capable of supporting that. And then taking them on that journey for when it is fully available in every region.
There's a lot of information and coverage out there these days about these new emerging cellular technologies. So what does this actually mean then for the more legacy 2G and 3G technologies?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question, and it's a tricky one to answer because the phase out of 2G and 3G varies between country, region and operator. And we're seeing, for example, in APAC and the US, KDDI have turned off 2G completely. So have Telstra in Australia, and AT&T in the US. In Europe, we're seeing a different picture, and we're not really experienced any switch off of 2G so far, but the networks are announcing that they're planning to shut it down by 2025.
What about the UK then?
The UK, because of the amount of legacy M2M and IoT devices in the field, still using 2G and relying on 2G is one of the reasons the operators are going to continue supporting it up until 2025. Whereas with 3G, the 4G rollout has kind of made 3G obsolete from a data perspective. And that's globally, not just the UK. And we're hearing announcements now that operators are planning to switch off or phase out 3G by 2022. But one other consideration, really important consideration with the phase out of 3G is that lots of the networks still rely on 3G to service voice calls. So until voice over 4G or in the 5G network is complete, 2G and 3G will still need to exist.
So if anyone is considering an IoT deployment and perhaps you're worried about the 2G or 3G switch off, then I encourage you to get in touch with us, with Arkessa, and then we will work with you and assist you and advise you on what the best connectivity solution is for your use case, for your deployment.
We get asked so many technical questions, and our customers are always interested in hearing about emerging technologies. But one of the biggest questions and most common questions is, why Arkessa?
First of all, I think our customers, they appreciate that we have a global ecosystem of mobile network operators that we work with, so they can connect their devices, they can control and manage their devices anywhere in the world just from our one platform, right? And they, if they have any issues, then we're just one phone call away. They don't have to deal with multiple operators across multiple regions. So it's really removes a lot of the headache for our customers.
So that provides that single view.
That's
where
right.
they can manage their connectivity rather than having to log on to lots of separate platforms if they were to deal directly with the operators. We provide that single contract and single bill as well as the single support.
Yeah. And I think we also provide a lot of flexibility, don't we? Both in terms of the management, but also the commercial flexibility as well.
Yeah, we've got thousands upon thousands of available tariffs. And then we back that up with technical flexibility as well through the features and functions of our IP network.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to us today, and I hope we have been able to help with some of your questions on IoT.
Yeah, we've covered a few topics today, but if you have a burning question that we haven't answered, then please get in touch, and you can find our contact details at arkessa.com.